Hi, Laura Adler, Holistic Health Coach, here for another video in the 30 Videos for 30 Days Challenge. And this video challenge is almost over. I've had a really great time making these videos, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching them and that you've learned things from them. I'd love to hear your feedback, your thoughts, suggestions, ideas for different video topics or something else that's, burning nutrition question that you'd like me to answer. So you can either comment on this video or on any of the videos in this series, or send me an email at laura@lauraadler.com, and I will take your suggestions into consideration and maybe make a video for you. So today's video I want to talk about organic foods and what the big deal is. I get a lot of questions from clients and from people that I meet asking me, is it really important? What's the big deal? It's so expensive. Is it worth all the money? And I always reply with a resounding, yeah, it is really important to buy and support organic foods. If you've been watching the other videos in this series, you may have heard me talk about toxins in our environment before. In my strawberry picking video, where I was out in a field picking strawberries, I talked about how conventionally grown strawberries have an average of 54 chemicals that are sprayed on them. Pesticides, herbicides, fungicides that are neurotoxic, developmental and reproductive toxins, carcinogens, and hormone disruptors. Nothing that we really want actively putting into our bodies or into groundwater or into the air, into the environment in general. So, I've also been talking a lot about toxins in this video series and what people can do to reduce the amount of toxins in their life. There's a lot of people who say like, oh, it's such a toxic world we live in, there's really nothing I can do, so F it, I'm just going to live my life the way I live my life and not really worry about it. And I ask people to reconsider that stance, because there actually is a lot that you can do about it. We don't have control over, the cleaners that are used in our offices or our work environments. No, we don't have control over the exhaust fumes that are coming out of the truck in front of us on the highway, but we do have control over the things that we purchase with our dollars. Our food, our personal care products, our clothes, our furniture, these are things that we can control, and making smarter, cleaner, and healthier choices does directly impact our health and our exposure to these chemicals. So if we can reduce our exposure with the things that we can control, then we can worry less about the things that we have no control over, because there's nothing worse than worrying about something that you have no control over. So instead, focus your attention on the things that you can control, and in this case, you can control the amount of pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides that come into your body from the food you eat. So, the other argument that I hear against organic is that it's expensive, and it does not have to be expensive. And there are a couple of tools that you can use to help reduce the hit your pocket takes when you go out and buy them. And one of those tools is provided by a fantastic nonprofit organization called the Environmental Working Group, or EWG. And the Environmental Working Group every year comes out with a list called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. Now, they've measured hundreds of different produce that we consume on a regular basis that are, normal fruits and vegetables, and they've yearly will analyze the pesticide load that is present on those crops, and then rate them from the heaviest pesticide load to the lowest pesticide load. So if your food dollars are tight and you don't have a lot of resources to spend, you can use the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 list to help you pick where it's most important to spend your dollars. So for example, apples and celery top the list of foods that have the highest pesticide load among a whole bunch of others. So you would want to buy those organic, whereas things like onions and avocados have a very low pesticide load. So you could save a couple dollars by buying conventional versions of those instead of the organic ones. So that's one way that you can help manage your dollars and still avoid those pesticides. I think the statistic is, and this is off the top of my head because I don't remember exactly, that if you ate only off of the Clean 15 list, you would dramatically reduce the amount of pesticides in your body by, I think, like 80 to 90%. So if just the foods on those lists you purchased organic, you'd be doing a tremendous, tremendous thing for your health. One of the other things that you can do to help save money and still be able to get really, really good seasonal, local, and organic foods on a tight budget is sign up for your local CSA, or Community Supported Agriculture. You can buy a share in a local farm. Usually these farms are organic. It's best to do your homework. Where you'll get a box of fresh seasonal produce delivered to a pickup place in your immediate neighborhood every week for the growing season, which usually amounts to about 5 to 6 months. And the cost of this produce is significantly less than what you would be paying even for non-organic produce in a lot of cases. So I really encourage you to look for your local CSA and sign up for one as soon as possible. You can find your local CSA on the website localharvest.org. And for more tips and suggestions, because I've got some more, on how you can save money and still buy organic foods on a budget, you can visit my website, www.lauraadler.com, and visit my blog, where I'll be posting some more information about this topic. So thanks, and see you next time. Bye.